My media colleagues, at this function, they represent the National Conference. So again, we most welcome.
Okay, so let me say thank you for coming. I appreciate. I want to say thank you to the president for even taking a mission to students' family. So you are welcome. You from here to do the nation's duty. So thank you again to the president for looking out for his family. Thank you. Let me say good evening to all of you, the family. Interestingly, Mr. Kazulu, I didn't know until his passing that we're related in a way. When I saw my sister at the burial, I'm like, where did you come to do? He said, oh, you didn't know that my brother passed away? I was like, wow. You know, it shows how small the world is and how small the country is. So when I heard the news, I immediately informed the president about it. But also, we have here, as Kelvin mentioned, the Executive Mansion Press Corps. So, based on the work that we do, so me coming here today, I didn't come alone. Despite they came to do reporting duty, but they're also colleague of one of a very close friend of Trojan, which is Sompon. So I will allow the Executive Mansion Press Corps here to make a few statements, in sympathy to the family, and then we will, speak on behalf of the office of the president. And this is for the reason why we are here this evening, to come here to, visit the family, because we know, um, no family prays for such a situation. However, the fact that we are all alive, we do not know when our individual time will come. And when it happens immediately, the people come around. But then once the burial happens, it becomes a lonely journey for only the family. So that's why we're here, to sympathize and really pay a visit with you, not within all the crowd, but at the time where it's a difficult moment. So I will let the Mansion Press Corps speak, and then I will make a statement.
Okay, my name is Mark Naumegonfia. I report for the New Republic newspaper. I'm speaking in my capacity as former Secretary General Reporters Association under the umbrella of Executive Mansion Reporters, because the leadership is seen here. So, on behalf of every one of us, I'd like to say we are sorry to the parents and to the wife. children and us will become very close, to the point that we consider each other as brothers. Children and I, we have an organization called Men Against Rape and Domestic Violence, MAVI. When we established it, that's how we just got very, very close. So members of the Executive Mansion Press and the Liberian media in general, this death of children casualty really hit every one of us very high. It hit us hard to the point that it took the nation when, they blew up, everybody posted, everybody cried, everybody remember children for certain things he did for them. So on this note, not to take much of our time, I'd like to say have our sympathy officially and let move him and let live on as people. Thank you very much.
I think we should. Go ahead.
I'm Sylvester Chirople, work for the Spoon Network. Like I was saying, I'm Sylvester Chirople, I work for the Spoon Network. Well, Children Kezulu, he was my boss on Fabric. In fact, he was one of those individuals who made who I am today. I was destined in 2016 when I entered Fabric in 2017 as a top recruiter. I worked directly under him. At that time, Elite Vic, she was the manager of Fabric. And I actually admired children for his multi-talented skills. When it comes to journalism, nearly in every part, whether it is sport, whether it's news writing, whether it's politics, it was the entertainment, one of the things I need to admire him. So I actually did really follow his step. When I became the Simple English announcer, the Simple English News, the Fabric, for those of you who used to follow Fabric on the 15th and 15th Street. The children was the one who asked me to how to do Simple English, the Fabric Radio, and I started to do Simple English for the news. So then subsequently, he started to send me all the beats. So basically, children, though he's dead, because he has legacy. He has trained young journalists like me now, who try my best to make impact. Though we have lost him, but he will still be remembered because he has made several legacies in producing more professional journalists like me. So I actually regret losing, but he has left something with me. or which now my performance is a testament to those who know me, what I'm doing. So to the family, especially his wife, I'm so sorry. And of course, on behalf of Fabric/Spoon Network, we deeply sorry for his loss, and we regret his death. So, that's it. Thank you very much.
So, good afternoon to everyone. My name is Stephen Sompong. I work for Calm FM, where children last word before the passing of him. I'm also a member of the Executive National Press Corps, under the direct supervision of the Buddha Name President of Press Secretary. So today again, once again, we have come to the family to say sorry for the passing of children more than Yazuli. For the little time I started work with children, he brought that level of innovation to us as the reporters were there at Calm FM, being somebody who multitask, multi-talented, and he always used to encourage us young reporters that you cannot just stick to one thing, but you should be able to serve in other capacities. So the last discussion we had was that, my man, it's about time now to leave the regular newscasting and that of the regular reporting of 1 or 2 to do the talk show until I said, "Here Ronaldo," as we used to call it. I said, "Here Ronaldo, we're looking at direction." And Trojan used to be my Friday early morning companion on the news. At 7 a.m. news on Friday, Trojan and myself, we will share the news together. So again, to Maurice used to be my former workmate, and Neman, like Yazulu, and that of the family, we like to say sorry. Only God knows. Trojan legacy and what he did on earth have been carved in stone, for which Liberia as a country will remember Trojan for his immense contribution towards the media landscape of our country. Again, we are all saddened by the demise of Trojan, and we like to say, remember, God will reclaim it. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Samuel Slaw. I work directly with Madam Fofana in her office. I work with the Executive National. It is heartbreaking. You know, sometimes it's hard to be said, but when it happens, you accept it as it is. Trojan have been, as my colleagues have just said, he has been a man who was innovative, who was there to encourage and innovate other young people to be the where he was. And so I want to take this time, Emma, to say it's exciting. I think his work is speaking for itself. This is why the president of this country, I thought it was to make his presence felt through the press secretary of the Executive National. So I want to say, have our deepest sympathy, and God knows why he is he who gave it.
I know.
And it is he who take it. You will not be the first, neither the last person to be in such situation. So on behalf of the office, we say have our sympathy. Thank you.
Thank you again. So I heard of Trojan many years ago when we all started the media activities. Even before meeting Trojan, his voice was a unique voice. And when we finally met at Fabric, I was like, oh, Trojan, this is you, Trojan. And we all laugh about it. I'm like, oh, you're a cousin, so you're my family person. Apparently, we need to find out, people finally became true that we're all family. And almost all the time I've gone to crime events, listen to have conversation, even before the elections, especially during Kevin's session, is almost all of the time both Kelvin and children on the radio, and we talk, and then sometimes we end up talking about Cape Mount business almost every time. And like the speakers before me have said, it is really a sad thing, especially for a man with many dreams and family with good heart. And amongst journalists in Liberia, Trojan wasn't one of those people you would be noted for being a controversial journalist, or a journalist who everybody will, will have something negative to say about. Almost everyone you talk to about Trojan, you will hear some very good things. And like it said, he really lived a life, despite short, but he left a legacy. And that legacy is within the lives of people he touched, is with the lives of people he met and interacted with, and the impression he left on their different minds. And I would like to give, on my personal behalf, personally, to say sorry to my dear sister, and sister-in-law, and to my grandfather and uncle, Kazulu, in the family. We say sorry. We'll take heart. For us, we say you can ask for why. So all give it and we take it. And when the president asked us to come and do this representation, he asked that we come and again tell the family sorry. And despite Trojan not being a member of the Executive National Press Corps, but the fact that Trojan works with an institution and as a journalist of the Republic of Liberia, it is, from that perspective, as I said, we say that is important that this representation is made. Yes, we attended the funeral and as well as the burial, and then we thought that it's important to come during such a time where it's not like quieter, so that we can have a direct interaction with the family. So my dear sister Maureen, I know you've got kids. The most important thing is to take care of the kids, and keep the family together, and to our own uncle, father, grandfather, I want to say sorry to our sisters and brothers, God given. We take that on behalf of the president. I want to say sorry to all of you, and that he himself, or members of the nation state, would love to be here today. Unfortunately, he's supposed to be traveling very early in the morning. That's why he's unable to come, and he asked that I come to represent him in the office, to show that he, as the leader and father of our country, he respects and cares for all of his citizens, irrespective of who you are, what you do, and he asks that we tell you sorry. In that light, he asked to deliver a small token to the family of Kelvin. So on behalf of the president, so Kelvin, you as the head of PAM-FM, His Excellency asked that we bring this very small token of $200,000 to be presented to the family as a small token to say sorry to the family, and this is a way to reach out, and definitely there will be other conversation to be had. But again, Papi, we're sorry. Our sister, we're sorry. And may God forgive our brother's sins. May God give him, we in Islamic faith can say, give him heaven, and take care of his family here that he's left behind and hold together. So may Allah forgive all of our sins.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I want to say thank you to the President of Liberia. And one thing that strengthened me throughout doing this whole token drive is the life you live. Since children died, I've realized that living for money is not all to live, but the life you live is more than money. And children being alive, jokingly, I told someone yesterday, children as a journalist, we never try him with PR. We gave him PR, he would distribute all that money on journalists and come home with nothing. Even the last instant, remember, he had 1,500 to do PR. If you're not covering children program, once you are a journalist, children will distribute the money and come and say, oh, for Maureen, the boy, everybody looking for money. I'll be like, no, you don't do PR like this. Not knowing the life that he lived for God to speak for him. Children is not a part of immersion, but the life he lived is speaking for him. I want to say thank you to the president, and I want us to see the part of children, the path he followed. We are in the media, even from a journalist alone. Like at times I'm in the media chat room, but I will see the list that I know how to do collection for journalists. Children collection, I think so far, if I'm right, the highest. There are people who even didn't have money, but they were contributing $500, $700, $5, because the thing is, the life you live speaks for you. So I want us to follow children's path. I want us to live not just for money. I want us to live that because this life we live in, our afterlife will speak for us. Let us live that people will celebrate us when we are gone. We shouldn't just live to acquire wealth, but after people will look after us and our family. So I want to say thank you to the president. I want to say thank you for coming. Even those who have been reaching out, I want to say thank you, and we actually appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So let's live a life pleasing. That was the voice of the wife of Gasser.
Let me say quickly here. My son sat by me like this. He told me, "You're graduating." He came to show me his clearance. And we discussed issues. Now that's the last thing I'm going to talk to him. He left, but before then, my daughter, the first daughter, passed away. After 3 days, program came to me. He was crying. And he came to the house here. Said something about 18, and I sent a chair and brought that for him. But as God will have it, in the Quran will say, in the life one, in Allah right now. We came from Almighty Allah will go back to him. And we can question him. So we go to children on Sunday and saw him lie down on what we call it oxygen. It was painful. But what can I say? I can question God. That night, 11 o'clock, the people hiding from the children. I said, why hide from me? If you know the story of Jonah, he went through the same something. My 2 children died in 3 days, within 3 days time, and the mother of my first daughter died a few days ago. Those are the things that hit me. But I said, Alhamdulillah, praise be to Almighty God. You know what he's doing. You can't question him. So let me say this to you on behalf of the Castle and the PV family. We want to thank you very much for recognizing what Trojan has done. I didn't know Trojan would have gone virus, I think, in Liberia. Era when people called me and told me, see that the people called me, so other people called me and told me about him. Well, praise be to Allah, he didn't leave with legacy that people will condemn. They will look at it that people will praise. And I pray that God will forgive me, have mercy on him. And all of you will emulate his example. So I want to thank you, Madam. I want to say to you, this duty you are performing is religious and public duty. So I want to say thank the President, meanwhile, gratitude to the President for recognizing us and coming sending you to us. So I hope, by the grace of God, we will be able to send it. My daughter died, my daughter's mother died, then children died within 1 week's period. It's very difficult to. It's difficult. What can I do? So, and not only that, I had a stroke 1 month before this period. But one thing I'm proud of, I can say my DNA, for my DNA, because I worked for this country, and I was incarcerated and sent to South Beach, charged for high treason. When I was here by Taylor, President Taylor. And he even sent A2 Israel at 3 o'clock in the morning to get rid of me. Almighty God protected me. The win business, one hour, they said, because I will of the intelligence council that year. With Margaret Francis and Check of Makana, President, Vice President. And we worked hard. We did everything to bring peace to the country, and now peace returned to the country. I'm proud of it. To see people going on farm without molestation, I'm very proud of it. We have a democratic government in succession. These are all something I'm very proud of. I pray that one day this country will be so peaceful. I want our beautiful colleague Kevin to talk to you on. Let me say the quickly to you. Moses was sent by God to Pharaoh. Pharaoh was God's biggest enemy because he said God. And but when Pharaoh sent, when God sent Moses to Pharaoh, he told him, be careful that your president, leader, don't insult him, don't say anything, talk to him humbly. But you see people insulting the leader of the country.
So folks, that was the president, the father of the fallen journalist, Mr. Molly Trojan-Kazulu. We're now going to have, amongst other things, he talked about his service to the country in his own delight in the fact that his son as well served the country. He expressed his frustration about how leaders are being abused in the country, and he thanked the president. Another journalist, another veteran journalist, Mr. Kelvin Demi, to also spoke on behalf of journalists here, and he thanked the president for this far-sightedness. We're now having a photo op of the family and the presidential press secretary who represents the president on this mission. In the photo is Trojan's siblings. That's his dad right there, and his wife is almost at the end. So folks, this is how we would like to bring to an end this broadcast. It's really a sad time. We regret the passing of a veteran journalist, and it's a good thing that His Excellency the President has come to identify with the family. So until next time, this was a trip made by the Office of the President, His Excellency Mr. Joseph Nyuma Boakai Sr., to the family of veteran journalist Trojan-Kazulu, who is now asleep. We would like to say, on behalf of the Office of the President, Sam Wazo, Jonathan San, Fanny Kazulu, as well as members of the Executive National Press Corps, journalist Stephen Sompong, Sylvester Chope, and others. I'd like to say thank you for following, and goodbye. Have a great Sunday evening.